Are you wanting to eat better and make big changes to your health this year, but find vegetables to be your biggest barrier? They are not your sworn enemy, but you just never liked having them on your plate and have memories of how you were always forced to eat them growing up. Nowadays, you've been able to eat whatever you want. But that's the problem. The fast food, meat-heavy dishes, and constant takeouts have taken a toll on your health, and the labs are showing it. Yet you've always known vegetables to be good for you. So how do you start adding them into your meals if you've never been a fan of them? That's what we're going to talk about today. In this episode, I'll give you 3 simple strategies you can use to up the veggies in your life and begin to enjoy their health-boosting benefits without needing to eat forkfuls of raw salads every day. Sounds good? Let's dive in. Welcome to the Plant-Based Eating Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Anna Zinn, plant-based registered dietitian and transition coach. Hi friend, do you want to regain your health with plant-based eating but feel overwhelmed and lost about how to do it? Do you feel it'll be hard to change your meat-heavy diet and impossible with working, running the home, or chasing after the grandkids? If so, you're in the right place. Here you'll find simple strategies, clear nutrition guidance, and practical tips to help you thrive plant-powered with more energy. So if you're ready to ditch the guesswork and transform your health the stress-free way, cozy up now with a hot cup of tea or listen while you walk, and let me show you how doable plant-based eating can be. Let's do this. To start us off, I want to spotlight a podcast review and thank a listener with Apple ID turtle_1973. She wrote, Anna takes the overwhelm out of making the move to plant-based eating. I almost instantly loved Anna. Her voice, her kind spirit, and the valuable information in this podcast are amazing. If you want a high ROI on how you spend your time, invest the time to listen to this podcast. Anna takes the overwhelm out of making the move to plant-based eating. Wow, thank you for such an amazing 5-star written review. I'm absolutely blown away and so touched by your words. Thank you for listening to this podcast and for taking a moment to leave this review. I'm so glad to hear that you find it time well spent to tune in weekly to this podcast and that it is helping to make your plant-based diet transition less overwhelming and more doable. Keep listening to this podcast for more support on your plant-based diet journey. Friend, would you like to support the Plant-Based Eating Made Easy podcast and help it reach more listeners like turtle_1973? If so, all you need to do is to take a quick moment to leave a star rating and written review on Apple Podcasts. Tell me how this podcast is making a difference in your life and perhaps those of your loved ones, health or otherwise. I would love to hear about it. Here's how to leave a rating and review. If you have an Apple device, find the Apple Podcast app icon. It's a purple square with white circles. Open it, then search for Plant-Based Eating Made Easy. Once there, scroll all the way down past the 5-star symbols, then click on Write a Review. Leave a star rating, write your review, then click Send or Submit. That's it. You can also leave a review if you have iTunes downloaded on your PC computer. Pause this episode right now to leave a review, then resume listening. Thank you so much for your support of this podcast. Now let's get into today's topic. If you tell me that vegetables are low on your list of food favorites, I wouldn't be surprised because many seem to have the same issue, both kids and adults. Why else would there be so many coercion tactics used to get kids to eat the broccoli and other veggies on their plates? I think it is very possible that these unpleasant childhood experiences then carried over into adulthood, coloring one's experience with veggies. Many people also commonly prefer fruits over vegetables for one simple reason: because fruits are usually sweeter in taste compared to many vegetables. Although some vegetables taste sweet, like carrots, some, like arugula or rocket, can have a peppery taste, and others can taste bitter, like bitter gourd. I know one's dislike of vegetables can be a big challenge when it comes to making the switch to eating more plants. I came across a classic example of this recently. A new member in my free Beginners for Plant-Based Diet Success community made a post saying, "I am watching Fork Over Knives and I'm down, but I'm not sure what to do because I don't like vegetables. Help!" In a comment under this post, she elaborated to say, "I have found that I do like a few that are cooked. As far as raw veggies go, I can eat lettuce and, depending on my mood, carrots. That's about it." Another person shared, "I am just beginning with this, so I don't know. I only like a few select veggies, so that will probably be my challenge." Are you facing a similar veggie problem? If so, I hope this episode can help you. Let's take a look now at this transition issue and see what can be done about it. Here are 3 simple strategies you can use for yourself and family members to get in more vegetables for better health, even if none of you are veggie fans. Here's the first strategy. Start keeping a list. This is a great place to start. Simply take a piece of paper and list down all the vegetables, cooked or raw, that you do like or can tolerate currently. Is it fresh green peas, potatoes, cooked corn, or something else? Of course, this list may not be very long to begin with, but that's okay. The key thing is for you to see that there are at least 2 to 3 vegetables you can eat or tolerate right now. And I hope this will give you encouragement that more may be possible in the future. I do think, though, as you make this list, you will be surprised to find out that you don't actually hate all veggies, but that you do have a few acceptable ones so far. Next, look at this list and see if you can identify 1 or 2 new vegetables that you can try and which could potentially be added to your list. The vegetable you pick could be similar in size, shape, or color to the vegetables you currently find acceptable. Here's an example. Suppose you only enjoy 1 or 2 vegetables like zucchini or courgette at the moment. If this is your situation, consider branching out by trying a vegetable similar to zucchini, such as baby summer squash. Yes, it's yellow in color on the outside, not like the green color of zucchini, but inside the two are quite similar in terms of taste, texture, and can even be cooked in the same way. Another way to make use of this list is to tack it to your refrigerator door or somewhere prominent in your kitchen. Then, over time, as you try new vegetables and find ones you like, you can add them to this list. As you then see this list growing in the coming weeks and months, I know you will feel encouraged as you visually see you are gradually building up a repertoire of different vegetables you can eat and enjoy. Now, a second way you can try to get in more vegetables is to grate them. This is a great strategy to try for both adults, young and old, and for children too. Here's what you do. Take a hardier vegetable like carrots, zucchini, summer squash, cabbage, or butternut squash and grate it down using a regular cheese grater or box grater into smaller shreds. Then add some into a dish that you're cooking, either a pasta sauce or into a noodle or rice stir fry, or even into a soup cooking on the stovetop. As these grated vegetable pieces cook down in a dish over a period of time, they will tend to melt into the sauce or soup and often take on the flavors of the cooking liquid itself. So these vegetables become less noticeable and their texture also softens upon cooking, becoming more acceptable. So do give this a try. Strategy 3 is this. Try the same veggies in a different form. Sometimes it's easy to develop a dislike for a vegetable because we've tried it too many times, prepared in the same way. And so we end up thinking that this is all this vegetable will ever taste like. when that may not be true. A good example would be always eating chopped celery raw, but not having had a chance to try it paired with peanut butter and raisins as part of an ants on the log snack, or even roasted with other vegetables in the oven. If you didn't know, vegetables can taste quite different cooked versus when they are raw. Another example would be broccoli. Instead of always trying to force yourself to swallow boiled, overcooked, mushy broccoli florets, try it raw as part of a broccoli salad. My children did and found out they quite enjoyed raw broccoli when it is chopped up fine or as part of a broccoli slaw. Another way to enjoy broccoli can be part of a Chinese vegetable stir-fry. This is often quite tasty. So if there is a vegetable you have trouble liking at the moment, give it another chance and be open to trying it prepared in perhaps a slightly different way. So today we looked at 3 different simple ways that can help you grow to like more vegetables and add them to your plate. These are 1. To start keeping a list, 2. To grate vegetables where feasible, and 3. To try the same veggies in a different form. Know that these are strategies you can try out with your family too, not just for yourself. If you have loved ones who aren't fond of vegetables currently, try out these suggestions to see if they will help your family members enjoy better health with more veggies in their meals. Now here's an action step you can take. Pick one of these 3 strategies shared today for increasing veggies and give it a try, starting this week for yourself or your family. Then, send a message to me via email or a voice message using the contact options in the show notes to tell me how it went. I love to hear back from you, my listeners. If these ideas shared today helped you, and you would like to learn more about how to cook and make meals with different vegetables, come join my Plant Power Life Transformation course. This 6-module online course will teach you practical strategies, prepping hacks, essential skills, meal ideas, and affordable, tasty, easy, whole food plant-based recipes using commonly available ingredients, including vegetables. Since this course is self-paced, you'll also be able to fit this lifestyle change and transition into your busy life and schedule, and learn how to save money, time, and energy in the process. Find out more about this course at plantnourish.com/PPLT course or see the link in the show notes. Thank you for listening to the Plant-Based Eating Made Easy podcast. If this podcast has helped you, please rate and leave a written review on the Apple Podcast app or iTunes to let me know. Nothing will lift me up more than to read your review and see how this podcast has made a difference in your life. I also pick reviews to read on this show, so your review could be one of them. Come connect with me in my free Facebook community group, Beginners for Plant-Based Diet Success. Just go to bit.ly/PB Diet Success. That's bit.ly/PB Diet Success. You can also subscribe and follow this podcast to get notified when a new episode goes live. Signing off now, this is Anna, and I wish you the best health always.